Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Let's look at this problem, encode and decode strings. Here we want to design an algorithm to encode a list of strings to a single string. And then the encoded string is then sent over to the network and is decoded back to the original list of strings. So here, originally the problem says that the strings I contains any possible characters out of the first 256 ASCII letters or characters. So here the follow-up is, could you write a generalized algorithm to work on any possible set of characters? So for solving this problem, it's actually rather straightforward. So you just need to use a separator to then join the list of strings if the separator is outside of those 256 characters. But here I'm going to directly address this follow-up question. In other words, I want the algorithm to work for any possible set of characters. Yeah, that's our goal. Still, we need to do some using some separator. But here, what I want to do is to also explain the algorithm here, of course, and also a concept of object-oriented programming, that is the class variable, right? This is what we want to explain. So now let me first do the solution, and then we are going to address the class variable. So here, let me first have a result. So this is the encoded string. What I want to do is that for string in strings, right? And then what I want to do is this. So the result append. So I'm going to install it, use string of the length of the string, then plus a separator. So here I'm using this one. So because these lengths are digits essentially, as long as I have the separator that can separate between digits, that would be should be enough. Let me add it here, and then I add this string itself. So then once we add this to the result, we just need to do a join, right? Join the result. So this will be our encoding, and then for the decoding, actually we can write an algorithm adapted to this way of encoding. What we do is we have a result here still, and then we can have a pointer pointing to the start of the encoded string s. So initially it should point to digits, right? So then what we want to do is we write a while loop while I is less than length of this s. What we do is we first point j to be I, and then we move forward until we meet a pound, right? So basically it will be while sj does not equal to pound, then we are going to increment the j by 1. So once we exit this inner while loop, then the j will point to a pound, right? Then in other words, s from I up to j, but ending before j, this will be corresponding to the integer, which will be the length actually of the string we are going to decode. Then we increment the j by 1 to make it pointing to the start of this s. Then we can get this s. So we result append this s. This will be j and then j plus n because it's length, right? And then we are going to point I to be j plus n. Then we'll continue. So this is our way to do the decoding, so you can get the result. So let me first test it. Yeah, it passes the 2 test cases. So now let's test that. Yeah, it passes all the cases. But here you might wonder, so I write this pound on this pound in a very brute force way, right? So actually for this problem, it might be good to introduce a variable here. Let's call it separator. Let's call this one pound. So I just need to add the separator here. So how do we access this one? So we can go code-Yao separator, and here Code-Yao separator. So this will make this more elegant. Let me run it. No attribute. Codec. Step. Not sequence, but step. Step. Let's run it. Yeah, it will work, and also will work for all the cases. So actually, you can call using this. You can call using self. So it will also work. However, due to the way, because it's a class variable, it's belong to the class, it's good to use codec and codec. So this is the one comment. So this is related to the one class variable, right? Another thing I want to mention is that in the follow-up, it said that it works for all. So here the separator, we just need the separator to be different from the digits. So here I can use the star as I like. So I submit that. Yeah, it will work. So you can change to any separator which is different from this digits. That will do the job, right? I guess that's basically about it for this video. Let me give a quick summary. So we wrote algorithms which work for strings with any possible characters. This is one. Another one is that we introduced and briefly explained the class variable. So here I'm using a separator. So with that said, that's all for the current video.